So we just arrived at Granny's and they are already having fun. So I laid that mat on the ground because it smells like them. We're in a new place, totally new to them.
Never been here before.
Nope, no, they've never been off the farm before. So, hey, beautiful.
This is a field trip.
Field trip to Granny's. Oh. And
we're eating
flowers.
What's it called again?
Crepe myrtles.
Crepe myrtles.
They won't hurt them.
Crepe myrtles, are they good?
They won't hurt them.
He's got a mouthful, man.
It's a boy. That's a green boy. You're going to fight the flowers. You boys are funny. You're funny.
Hey, this could be good food. We don't know.
Oh, they're just playing. Okay, I'm going to hand you the video camera, and I may just pull a few pictures from this video. So if you'll keep your hand on this side, there you go. So we got 3 down there. 1 is still hanging by the van.
Not for long. They're just going off on a little
And I brought the toy box, so if they wanted to play with toys.
No, there's too many other things down here to play with.
There are some interesting things that they are not used to. And the breeze feels fantastic. The sun has gotten behind the trees. It's one nice thing about where Granny lives. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. You're so pretty. This orange girl, their collars are 2 days old, so I had no pockets, so I had no cookies in my pockets, but they had no pockets.
Well, that's a rip. You didn't bring no treats?
I know. I do have some in the car. I just don't have any in my pocket.
Can't go on a field trip with no
I
treats.
do have treats. I just don't have any in my pocket. I like. Hey guys, you just think you're so brave? You're gonna just walk off from me? So say these are the bravest puppies that are the furthest from me. See how they have.
They're the most confident.
They are. Which doesn't surprise me about these 2, red and red. And yellow boys.
The red brindle and the red fawn you're not surprised about, but yellow?
This girl is beautiful confirmation, this orange girl. And I really like her information. She is actually enjoying this. Take some video, so come on down like she's actually taking a photo of this.
Okay.
So I can pull
They're just destroying the blooms on those crepe
Granny
myrtles.
doesn't care. Granny doesn't care. She's so good natured. She says it'll bloom again next year. I have pictures of me and Dion in front of this, and Pinky in front of this. I love this pink crepe myrtle. It's beautiful. I don't think I've watered my tomatoes in 2 days. See, that puppy has a beautiful head, that white girl up there, that brindle girl.
She does have a pretty. I don't do. You're not gonna eat the phone.
So I have someone that wants table shots of these brindle girls. Hi.
I love you. I love you. Love you.
And these are just, nobody was scared. They fell out of this van and took off exploring. And that's what you want. You want brave and confident and... What are you doing? Getting in the toy box? You gonna get that big hairy thing out of the toy box? You got to pull a little harder. You gonna get it out? Here, it's a hairy monster.
Sasquatch.
I think it's a chimpanzee.
Oh. Well, for a puppy, it's the size of Sasquatch.
That one's drugged. Has he drugged that pad that far?
He had helper. His little buddy was helping him. And
do you remember that dog Journey that I had?
I remember Journey.
I field dressed a deer. Still had its head on, and she picked that deer
It
up.
was only gutted. That was it. She carried the whole deer.
Yeah, maybe somebody else field dressed it. Anyway, it was there for me to cut up. the skin and cut up. She
Yeah.
picked that thing up, took off with it. And then remember one time I had cut off a front shoulder of a cow, and I hadn't cut any meat off of it. And that's all I can do is pick up one. And
So
she
I like you to
picked
pick
that
up one.
And she picked that up. She
Yeah.
carried that off. Remember that?
Yeah.
She was a big dog. She kind of reminds me of Renee. You know, that heavy body. Remember how heavy-bodied she was? She was a good girl. She was a good girl.
Well, she had incentive. She had puppies in the barn.
I remember that now.
And she grabbed that deer and took off with it, dragging it, and carried it into the barn. She was trying to get it to her puppies.
So funny talking about deer. This is funny. One time I walked, it was at our old place, and the barn was big enough to pull an RV in. It was huge. You could probably pull 2 RVs in side by side. You think it
It's
was
like
that
40 by 60, 12-foot ceiling.
big? Yeah, 12 foot.
Yeah.
So we had been butchering a lot of different things. People had stuff die, right? I walked in, and there was this front leg. There was this front leg laying on the floor of something small. And I thought, I don't know why I was thinking it was a deer, and that foot was that big around. I thought, oh my gosh, the deer was like a moose. And it was a calf. It was a calf leg, but for an instant I thought it was a deer. I thought that deer was ginormous. I thought he was ginormous. Oh, it scared me. See a deer that big would scare you too. That scared me. It was like a moose or an elk. That foot was that big around. It was that big around. Yes, it was. Let's sit out here and listen to me tell stories. Yeah, you want to sit out here and listen to me tell stories? Yeah. Ooh, that was scary. So there's different squeaks, like the dying rabbit can actually scare them. The dying rabbit squeak can actually scare them. I think I stole that from your palm squeak. Don't bite me. Here. Try to put peanut butter in that one. Come down and get some shots of this. See if I can pull a few shots. What have you got? This pair of pantyhose? Alright. What's an old stretchy sock? I have neglected to tie anything up outside for them to pull again.
We don't play tug of war. She says, I win.
Oh, I don't know what else in the toy box. I don't know what else in the toy box. What? I gotta get some table shots of you, I promise this guy. He's been waiting and waiting and waiting. Some more. He's been waiting. What? And you made him squeak? You made him squeak? Them little sharp puppy teeth, I can't imagine they couldn't poke a hole in them. Who are you? Are you orange girl? You're white girl? Look at him.
Yeah. Baby Sasquatch is getting a whooping.
Whooping. Whooping. That breeze feels good. Here comes Franny. She didn't know we slipped off from her. He was at our house. We slipped off from her. Just sitting on the couch playing on the phone, and we slipped off from her. Yep.
She had to wait for the water tank to fill up.
Oh, that's true. She was waiting for the water tank to fill up. I forgot. So this is just like really what you want from your litter, that they spread out, that coming back, checking in with me, They're enjoying themselves. They haven't gotten too hot either. I should have brought a pan of water for them. I've got a little tiny bucket. That's all I've got. I should have brought a pan, big pan. Really enjoying one another, enjoying exploring.
Giving the flowers and the bushes a good workout.
So this is what you want from your litter. You know, this is the temperament you want. Have you on hiding underneath the van? Let's see. He's got underneath the van there. So trust me, we count them, and we count them again before we take off. So go ahead and clip that and start another one.